One of my dusk videos got almost 4,000 views. And then the next one, I don't even think it broke 100. I have no ideas what I'm supposed to do with this kind of data.
I thought I had some fangled from a phone there in this sec. But all I can find is this knife. Why is there blood on the knife, Rocky?
Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. It is raining outside. It started raining last night. It had been dry all day. I went on walkies, and within 2 minutes, it started raining, and it's been raining ever since. And I didn't sleep all that well. Woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning with the same kind of uncomfortableness that I usually have at 5 o'clock in the morning when it's time to get up. So it wasn't a great night. Yay, but I did survive. Thumbs up for that. Wheezing and hacking and coughing when I got up. Yay. But I'm alive, and that's a good thing. And hopefully, if you're watching this, you're alive too. And of course, front-loading of videos. Thank you, YouTube. But if you could toss me a like, that'd be very cool. If you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be awesome. If you could leave me a comment, that'd be very, very cool. And I do wish to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. These literally beautiful and literally awesome people are literally beautiful and literally awesome. It is a very, very good thing that these people are helping me to stay alive, and I appreciate that very, very much. Again, I cannot remember how long I need to keep my hands in the air. I'm trying to do it. Guess which med is not working all that well. Joyous. But thank you each and every person that has helped and such. But yeah, that's the second part. I've got to talk about this. Oh, because I don't have a whole lot past this. Yesterday was horrific. I, at about 11 a.m., started watching videos here. And then from 11 a.m. until about 3 p.m., I was struggling to be even semi-conscious. 4 hours of just either asleep or halfway trying to not be asleep and then falling asleep again, and then just unable to do anything until 3 o'clock. Staggered downstairs, got some yogurt, went to the bathroom, that sort of stuff, got blood flowing in my veins again, came back up here and was out until 5 o'clock again. From 11 o'clock until 6 o'clock, I was out. There's one common factor right now in that, and that's my new med, because the first day was bad. The second day, yesterday, was horrific. I took it last night, and I'm going to really, really watch how it affects me today. Because once this happening is just a thing. I mean, anything can happen. Twice can be a coincidence, but 3 times is a pattern. So if I have issues staying awake today like that, then I know I can't take this med anymore, because starting around noonish, it takes me out. At least for the 2 days. I gotta see what happens today. So we shall see. We shall see. Because of that, and because of the otherwise untreated, because my brain is not functioning better with it. So it's not helping as much as I would like it to. It's not. It may be helping my blood pressure, and that's good. But it's making it... But I'm going to give it time and see what happens. Sometimes it takes upwards of a week before a med can work. And especially if it's tweaking what's going on inside of your head, that can take a month. So we shall see. I'm trying to be positive about this, but if I have those sleeping issues again today, then I can't. I can't. Because last night, especially while I was out on walkies, I was trying my damnedest to think about creative stuff, and I was. Sort of. Do I remember any of it? Very, very little. So, joy? Yeah, because of that, I mean, literally, I have told you everything now that has happened between yesterday and right now. From the last time I vlogged to right now, I have now filled you in on everything that has happened, because for the past 2 days, from approximately 11ish to most of the afternoon, it's gone as I'm either fighting not to be asleep or being asleep. So it's a struggle right now. I'm trying and doing my best, but not feeling great up here. I did get one thing done. I did manage to, at that 3 o'clock stagger downstairs, go to the bathroom part before I fell back asleep. I was able to call the VA. I wasn't on hold for like more than maybe a minute. And then I made an appointment in June, the closest they have, to see my primary care provider. So I might be having to go to the emergency room to take care of some of this stuff, like the thing on my back. I don't know if that mole is bad, but it might be. But it also could be a kidney issue, because it's also in the same general area sort of where kidneys kind of are. You get referred pain inside of your body. Or because I have calcified nodes on the inside of my lungs, it might be something like that. Or because I have scoliosis, and that's where I have all of the various knots in my muscles, it could be that. So joy. But I want to get it taken care of because I want to at least last 10 years longer than my wife. Reading those stats, how most widowers die within 9.5 years of their spouses being gone, I want to last longer than that. So I need to get this stuff looked at and taken care of. So, as stated, I have been trying to be as creative as possible. I was thinking of as much as I could while I was out walking. Of course, I'm still fixated on my whole setting with the cryptid stuff and the whole inside-outside razor's edge. I'm still, as much as it's, I don't know what, if anything, I'd ever do of it. Of course, I'm still working on the Department of Government Resources. And I've always got all of my various cryptids and the poor things, then how much they're suffering. One of the things that I was working on before things all went south is I'm still thinking about that one type of doppelganger type and what their life was like and what their life is like now, because they are becoming a central character, which again is why I go back and revisit various portions to see how recontextualized they have become within the framework of the story. Whereas at first this character, Henrik, was just a random person, and now it's actually the doppelganger, and they're becoming a larger person within the context of the story because of the recontextualization of everything. So it is worthwhile to do so. Especially since right now I don't have it within me to be able to sit down and type this stuff out. My rechargeable batteries don't charge up enough, and with my brain not working the way I would like it to, I just don't have it within me to get it typed out. I can still think about it, of course, and I do so, and doing the best I can. So thumbs up on that. I mean, just to show the wildness of where my thoughts are always going on this. Last night, one of the things I was revisiting how within the context of reality, with the multiverses that there are in my cosmic horror framework, and within each universe, because each universe within the multiverse, the real term, big term, is Ung, because within an Ung, it contains the universe and the universe's biosphere, but the biosphere is not the universe itself. That is why I refer to the whole thing as the Ung, whereas the universe is a separate thing within the Ung. And the biosphere, of course, is things like there's an Ungana and an Unganu. This is where the pressures of reality, where the skin of reality is thinned, either makes it balloon outward or balloon inward, like an aneurysm. But one, the Ungana, hopefully I got the words right, is the one that balloons outward. The Unganu is the one that burrows inward and is more virulent and unpleasant. But because these are flaws that are bubbling outward, where the reality inside is a warped and distorted version of the reality underneath it, Because it's already weak, these walls can bubble outward again and can bubble further, each one a further distortion, but that lowers the tensile strength of reality within these things, and they can pop. And that sends just everything that was within that reality flying outward. Part of those things go out so far, so hard, so fast, they reach the Ungabe, which is the insulating space that separates each universe from another universe within the Ungabe, within the multiverse. And a lot of it, though, the main bulk of it stays within the gravitational limits of the universe. They aren't a part of it, but they don't go outward, so they're there. They are Gattaca, shards. Places like the back rooms and stuff like that are just shards of where reality cannot sustain a full-sized reality, but it's small enough that it can be a few things, like an infinite area of strange and weird rooms that has enough there that it can sustain life for a few things. These are the shards. These are the Gattaca all around in the Ung and the universes. Within that framework, I have often thought of there would be one person that's not actually a person that would be with one of the cosmic horrors. What they do is when they go running with their pack of Kakiri, mid-level power beings, they occasionally have to sleep. The cosmic horror does not. They just go wandering while their pack is sleeping, and one of the things they find is an amalgamation, a condensation. When reality popped and the farthest out layer of these people were, with all these distortions of reality up to where they were, they ended up being everyone that was alive there condensed and amalgamated into one body. So they're all still alive, but they're in one body. But they evolved for a reality that is nothing like the main universe reality where they are now. So just like in a whole cosmic horror thing, they don't have the senses to properly bring in everything that's happening. And what does bleed through, they don't have the proper brain structures, and so they can't contextualize it. Everything they see, everything they feel, everything they taste, they have no way to contextualize it. Everything is just madness in their senses. There is one thing that they have, though, and that is hearing and language. The one sense that they are able to cling to. They can hear, and they can listen, and they can know. And one night, Lord Tamakanoso is out a-walking and comes across this being, and they talk for a night. And I was revisiting that, just to keep it fresh in my head. What a weird and horrific life it would be if you were everyone, and you couldn't make any sense out of any of your senses. Everything is just random, raw input that makes no sense and is changing at random intervals. So it would suck. But I'm still working, as stated, on all these things. I'm trying to figure out exactly where Henrik, the doppelganger, ends up in the context of the story after the whole rampage. Because at some point, they go through the whole, oh, why am I feeling this way? Oh, of course I'm a part of the community. I'm no better than the kaiju. I've been feeding on the community as well. I am a monster. But they are able to be brought through that, and they become a very strong pillar of their local portion of the Apple Rock community. And I've had to recontextualize how the Apple Rock community is dealing with this, because with the revision of what happened to the city during the rampage, yeah, there's 25,000 people in town, which a town isn't big. I mean, the Shelton where I live is small. There's 10,000 people. So there's twice as many people plus 5,000 more, and that's the thriving small city of Apple Rock. So it's not huge, but it is much more condensed. Even Shelton is very spread out. It's much more condensed, and so it's much a tighter, bigger place as a city. And there's about 5,000 people that live out in the surrounding community as support. So when the thing does go through and rampage and eats 12,000 approximately people, and they pull 1,500 corpses out of the rubble afterward, and they figure about 2,000 people died because of the whole stuff, and then their corpses eaten by the kaiju. Yeah, it's about 15,000, nearly 15,000 people out of approximately 35,000 dead and gone, leaving 10,000 approximately going, oh my God, what happened? And then, of course, the way they get drugged by the kaiju with the air they're breathing, these people have no chance. They're staggering around, barely able to function. They are effectively being hit with chemical warfare to keep them in the area and rebuilding their crushed town. Yay! And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and Hokey Smokes, I've got maybe 3 people to thank, but I'm going to go through and thank those 3 people that left me comments in the past 24 hours. If I mispronounce a username, I'm so sorry. And even though I count in American Sign Language, a bit of input lag there. Oh boy. So I'm going to do my best. And we have Mestifi, thumbs up and thank you. There is Ben B, and oh my God, it has been horrific ever since I started this new med. Hopefully it's the medication and stopping it will help, because otherwise I'm probably just dying of something. We have Jesse Koskinen, thumbs up and thank you. There is J. Nick, greatly appreciated. And that is it. There are 4 people that left me comments in the past 24 hours. You are awesome people. You do get me out of my head, if only for a very short time like today, and into the real world and dealing with real people, if only in text. And that is appreciated very, very much. With my hands in the air, hey, I don't know what device you're watching this on, but wherever that is, in the video description, the show more, there are links to all my various channels, as well as my Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and again, hopefully I'll be able to keep my hands in the air for the proper amount of time. I wish to thank each and every one of these people here that are beautiful and awesome, and I have lost track of when I should have started, so hopefully I'm gonna not keep my hands in the air too long, but thank you so very, very much. It is appreciated, each and every person that helps me survive. It is hard with my conditions, and I'm only now, nearly 60, finding out that it's my conditions that are making this hard. Conditions I didn't even know I had, so thank you so very much. If you'd like to help me out without sending money through the patronage thing, I can speak English. I do have a PayPal link, and if you'd like to help me out without sending money, there's an Amazon wishlist link with stuff like cat food on it. And my kitty cat, she deserves to live, so if you could help me out, that'd be awesome. Of course, do not feel obligated. I don't feel entitled, and if you cannot or you do not donate, I do take all good wishes, and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. And if you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get, and if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very cool. If anybody at all has watched this far, thank you so very, very much. I honestly don't know what to do to make my videos get watched. One of my Dusk videos got almost 4,000 views. And then the next one, I don't even think it broke 100. I have no ideas what I'm supposed to do with this kind of data. How do you change things to do that? I would struggle with that even if I wasn't the person that I am. But with the conditions that I have, I'm just left going, what? So, it being a weekend, a Saturday today, I'm going to take it as easy as I can. I'm going to try and record things. I'm going to try and be as creative as I can. I am doing some D100 dungeon today. Damn it, I'm tired of not being able to play because of my bloody head. Hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done. If you can't, don't beat yourself up like I was almost beating myself up there. Life is just life. None of this matters. So, thumbs up on that. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And quite frankly, I really do think that is a good idea. No matter how much I may bitch, whine, and complain about life, I am very, very glad that I am metabolizing, and I hope to metabolize for many, many years to come.